Good afternoon, my friends. This is your boy Turgon the Wise coming at you with a new video today. It's the beginning of a new season and just wanted to kind of start chronicalizing this thing for my good friends that I share these videos with on our team NGUP. Never gonna give you up. Never give up. That's our team this season. And looking like a pretty solid team so far. Enjoying the season so far. Here's what the top of the leaderboard looks like. I'm nowhere near there. So, in some ways, I am in awe of these people, and in other ways, I kind of wonder what kind of lives they live. Because I woke up at 4 o'clock in the morning just to start this season, and I'm a little behind these folks, and I think it's mostly because this is the first time I'm playing Gondor, and I had to make some fairly significant adaptations um, to succeed with these starting units and starting position and such. So I got off to a little bit of a bumpy start, but I'm starting to catch up now. This guy is insane. I don't think he ever sleeps or that he's got multiple people running his account. And we already know that he has spent, well, a lot of money on his account. Here's what the leaderboards look like in terms of the factions. We're doing not too bad, all things considered. It's pretty well known that Gondor gets off to a little bit of a slow start, so we're pretty happy with this so far. And considering that, you can only put 100 people in a fellowship, and we have a second fellowship that's, you know, on the leaderboards in the 15th position, and then the next position after that is, half of their production is fairly significant. So it's looking like an interesting season. It's kind of nice. The number of players on the server is drastically less than last season. Last season there was about 23 or 2400 players on the server based upon a count that I performed of the top 25 fellowships. There aren't even 25 fellowships on this server that are statistically significant enough to record. Really, when you saw, that other NGUP team, that's the end of the list. Everyone lower than that really has a statistically insignificant number of players. So we're at my last count, we were at about 1,300 players on the server. So it should be an interesting server. No one has taken any regions yet. It's still early. We're still, the 24-hour buffs are wearing off for some people. I know they did for me, and I missed them. They were phenomenal. It's a great way to get your season started. What are we at in terms of members? We're at 97 members, so we're almost to 100. We're getting there. And I don't really want to talk about commanders or because at this point in the season, I'm still doing stuff just to take tiles. I'm really just trying to farm up as fast as I can. I got Aragorn about to take a 90 here. In terms of my tiles, I got 3 150s, 11 130s. I'm about to take my 33rd 90. And essentially, what I'm trying to do at this point is just swap out my lower tiles for higher tiles and keep leveling dominance as high as I can anyway, so that I can take more tiles. So I've already gotten rid of all my 30 grain tiles. Um, I'm only keeping this one so I can stay connected to this 130. I think these both. No, that's a 60. There are two 60s here. Oh, that's right. I used to have this tile, but I dropped it. So I have some iron here that I can collect. I'm just keeping myself somewhat connected there with that tile for now, and it's a 30 food tile, so it's not a terrible tile. And then my other 30 tile, I know I can filter on this. You don't have to tell me, but I'm being lazy. Actually, I'm just being stupid. But here's the other one, and that's also connected to a 130 tile that I'd like to take. When I scouted these tiles, it had unfavorable matchups, so I've left them for a little bit later. And then my 24-hour buffs wore off, and now I'm just trying to rebuild my barracks. Take 90 tiles. In the meantime, I got plenty of space for more tiles. So I hope you can't hear my kid. He's trying to nap. I'm gonna turn this off. So I mean, doing okay here. Aragorn's looking pretty good. Took that 90 tile with relative ease, and I'm just trying to make. It's a real challenge, early in the season, balancing how you use your limited resources between conscripting more units to fight and farm versus building. The struggle is real, my friends. The struggle is real. So I could do this once I get another 11,500 wood, or I could wait and get a little bit more ore and build up my lumber tribute. All in all, I'm pretty pleased with where I'm at. My fellowship hall is as high as it can be for right now. My conscription post is as high as it can be. I'm working on barracks 11. I need to work on military academy next. That's really next on my hit list here to do. And my top commander is Gandalf, who, as you can see, is completely depleted of all stamina. And I'm going to let that build up a little bit before I go at it again with him. He has been doing a tremendous job just taking 90 tiles with ease, minimal losses. The gear looks all kinds of weird. I will never use this in a PvP setting. I don't really like Gandalf in a PvP setting anyway, but I'm just kind of like mixing and matching my gear all around as I'm using each commander to farm, to minimize loss as best as I possibly can. That is what I'm up to currently right now. I'm gonna just speed this up here and send a reinforcement. I got one more move on Monsieur Aragon here, and then we will move and start leveling another commander. I've got Theoden over here chilling out. Um, I could also start working on Dwalin. I got Gilgalad going after some tips to try to get him leveled up because he's going to be big for me. I don't have elves unlocked yet, so there is no point in using him to fight until that happens. So really, all in all, right now, not a whole lot that I can talk to you about, other than the adjustments that I've made in order to get my farm to where it is, and my farm is nowhere near as exceptional as the folks on the leaderboard. But in terms of like everybody else on my team, I'm fairly middle of the road. Um, our top guy right now, I think, is ESI, Stoke, Azor. Those are the top guys on my team right now, and I'm a little behind them for sure, but I'm also ahead of a number of people as well. So I would say that I'm not off to a terrible start, but it could have been a better start. He got a tremendous start too. Vagos is very good. Vagos? I'm not sure. But it's looking like a really nice team. I'm looking forward to seeing how this season progresses and chronicalizing it as we go. It's a smaller server, so that means there's going to be more space to farm, which should lead to more interesting battles where, numbers are going to certainly play a role, but also, cunningness, strategy, how you deploy your commanders, all of those things are going to really come into play quite a bit this season. I'm just looking for my next tile that I want to take. I'd love to take a 90 tile, 90 wood tile. You're probably saying, well, why don't you just use this little magnifying glass? All right, I will. I hear you. There's a 90 wood tile. It's actually not too far from home, too. Never gonna give you up. It's like the theme song of our season right now. It's pretty. I don't know. I'm enjoying it a lot. It's nice because in the last couple of seasons, some of the bigger frustrations for me have been dealing with people jacking tiles that I was obviously planning to take, and that has not happened at all yet. And for the majority of the folks that are around me are my teammates. Even these purple tiles, for the most part, are kind of our sister fellowship, little Ngup. We're big Ngup, they're little Ngup, and Yeah, I'm just farming along and trying to get my resources as high as I can and accrue resources and build and unlock and farm and farm. It's still, we're within 48 hours of the opening of the season. Actually, uh, to be precise, the season started 34 hours ago, and I posted some statistics on the server 18 hours ago. So I'll probably update that again this evening after uh, my little buddy goes to bed and I have some capacity to do that. I have some other things I need to take care of, so I'm not going to do it right now. And I just want to wait a little bit longer. I like to wait at least 24 hours in between, um, you know, manually pulling data. It's just to make sure that there's a significant amount of time between pulls so that the change to the data is, it makes sense. All right, so that's going to be it for this one, my friends. Feel free to leave me a comment below or shoot me a message on Discord or in game if you have any questions or feedback. I appreciate your time as always in watching my videos, and I hope the rest of your day and your season treat you well.